Welcome back to the channel, Coin Lovers. Today we're counting down the top 4 rare and most valuable 50-cent Australian coins. These aren't just everyday pieces of change. They are historic treasures that collectors are paying big money for in today's market. From silver coins to low mintage issues, these 50-cent pieces have become stars of Australian numismatics. Let's get started. First up, the 1978 Australian 50-cent coin, even in blackened condition, is more than just metal. It is a piece of Australia's history, a tangible relic that has traveled through countless hands, seen the passage of time, and now rests as an intriguing item for collectors and historians alike. The year 1978 was an important one in Australia's decimal currency era. More than a decade had passed since decimalisation in 1966, and Australians were now fully accustomed to their modern coinage. The dodecagonal, or 12-sided, 50-cent coin was by then a well-established part of everyday life. Unlike the rare and valuable round silver 50-cent coin of 1966, the copper-nickel issues such as the 1978 coin were minted for durability and long-term circulation, which is why many are still found today in worn or even blackened states. On the obverse, this coin bears the second portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, created by renowned sculptor Arnold Machin. This portrait captures the Queen in youthful elegance, wearing the girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara. Around the edge, the inscription reads Elizabeth II, Australia, 1978. For many Australians who grew up in the 1970s, this is the Queen's image they remember most vividly in their daily coins. The reverse design, by master engraver Stuart Devlin, displays the Australian coat of arms. This powerful national symbol shows the shield of 6 states, flanked by the kangaroo and emu, chosen for their forward momentum, representing progress. Above the shield sits the Commonwealth Star, while sprays of golden wattle embrace the design, tying the coin firmly to Australia's national identity. It is not just a reverse, it is an artwork that communicates pride and heritage. From a specification standpoint, the 1978 50-cent coin weighs 15.55 grams, measures 31.65 millimeters in diameter, and is struck in 75% copper and 25% nickel. Its 12-sided shape sets it apart from most world coins, giving it both recognition and a unique place in global numismatics. Even when a coin like this turns black with age or environmental exposure, those specifications remain unchanged, and collectors still see value in its structure and authenticity. In terms of mintage, approximately 25 million coins were struck in 1978, ensuring their wide availability at the time. With such high production, most examples entered circulation and experienced years of handling. While pristine mint-state coins from this year are now relatively scarce and command collector premiums, circulated examples, especially those with blackened toning, are much more common. Yet, their condition tells a unique story, often making them conversation pieces in a collection. The black condition of your coin is worth discussing. This dark appearance often comes from environmental effects such as oxidation, contact with moisture, or chemical reactions from storage. While traditional numismatics prefers bright, lustrous coins, modern collectors increasingly appreciate the individuality of such toning. Some see black coins as unattractive, but others value them for their historical authenticity, proof that the coin has truly lived a life in circulation. In terms of current market value, a 1978 50-cent coin in black circulated condition generally sells for face value to around $1 Australian, depending on demand. However, examples in higher grades, particularly uncirculated coins or proof strikes, can command prices between $10 and $50 80 coins from 1978, such as double strikes or off-center issues, are far rarer and can reach hundreds of dollars if authenticated. Now, you might ask, how could a coin like this possibly make you a millionaire? The answer lies not in the ordinary circulated examples, but in the world of collecting trends and rarity hunting. Everyday coins often gain value when demand spikes unexpectedly. Consider how the 1966 round silver 50-cent coin, once just everyday change, is now worth $10 to $15 Australian in circulated condition and much more in pristine grades. If public interest in coins like the 1978 50-cent grows in the future, prices could increase substantially. Collectors also know that every year in Australia's coinage history has its role in forming complete date sets. The 1978 issue is essential for anyone aiming to collect every 50-cent coin from 1969 to today. That ongoing demand ensures even circulated coins, blackened or not, have a market. The better the condition, the higher the price, but even worn examples like yours find eager buyers among year-set enthusiasts. Another element that makes the 1978 coin appealing is its place in portrait history. This was the Machin portrait era, a design that lasted until 1984, after which Raphael Maklauf's more regal portrait took over. For many, coins from this time are increasingly nostalgic, reminding Australians of their childhoods and early memories. That emotional connection can add a premium far beyond what cold market numbers suggest. In numismatics, sometimes it is not the rarest coin that captures collectors, but the most historically and culturally significant. The 1978 50-cent coin represents the economic and social fabric of 1970s Australia. It connects to a decade of growth, change, and national development, which collectors love to preserve in their albums and showcases. Looking ahead, the investment potential of coins like this lies in scarcity over time. Every year, more 1978 coins are removed from circulation, lost, melted, or simply discarded. As the supply dwindles and nostalgia grows, the value of even circulated coins could rise. Those who hold on to such coins today may find they are worth considerably more in decades to come. The blackened condition of your coin may limit its monetary value in today's market, but it does not diminish its collector intrigue. For some, it is precisely the imperfections, the darkened tone, the scratches, the signs of age, that make the coin beautiful. It embodies the story of money in motion, the life of currency in the real world. The 1978 Australian 50-cent coin is more than just a piece of change. It is an emblem of Australia's national pride, a survivor of decades of circulation, and a reminder of the artistry behind everyday money. While your example in black condition may not be worth millions today, it holds enduring numismatic significance and long-term potential. For collectors, investors, and history lovers alike, it is a coin worth keeping, cherishing, and passing down to future generations. Next up, the 1980 Australian 50-cent coin is a name that can't be ignored. On the surface, it may appear like just another piece of change, but when we look deeper, it becomes a coin that carries historical significance, national pride, and collector intrigue. In very fine condition, this coin still holds much of its detail, its story etched into every edge, every symbol, and every line. The year 1980 marked a time of economic transition for Australia. Inflation was rising, global trade was shifting, and coins like the 50-cent piece were an essential part of everyday transactions. Unlike many commemorative issues of later decades, the 1980 50 cent is part of the standard circulation series, and yet it remains sought after by collectors who aim to complete full sets of Australia's decimal coinage. On the obverse side, we see the second official portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, created by British sculptor Arnold Machin. This elegant portrait shows the Queen wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, one of her most iconic appearances on currency. Surrounding the portrait is the inscription, Elizabeth II Australia in 1980, anchoring the coin firmly in its time. The reverse design is the enduring masterpiece by Stuart Devlin, often called the father of the Australian decimal coins. Here we see the Australian coat of arms, with the kangaroo and emu proudly standing on either side of a shield. Within the shield are the 6 emblems of Australia's states, and above it the Commonwealth star shines brightly. This design symbolizes unity, progress, and the strength of the nation, a message just as powerful today as it was in 1980. In terms of specifications, the 1980 50-cent coin maintains the traditional dodecagonal, or 12-sided, shape that has made it so recognizable. It is struck in copper-nickel alloy, 75% copper, 25% nickel, weighs 15.55 grams, and has a diameter of 31.65 millimeters. Its distinctive size and weight set it apart from other coins, making it both highly practical and instantly identifiable in everyday use. One reason collectors admire the 1980 50-cent coin is its durability. The copper-nickel blend is resistant to wear, allowing coins to survive decades of circulation while still retaining detail, especially in very fine or better condition. A coin from 1980 in very fine grade, like yours, shows signs of handling but still displays sharp design elements and readable lettering, making it highly collectible. Now, when we speak of mintage, around 25.6 million 50-cent coins were produced in 1980, meaning they were widely circulated at the time. However, survival rates in higher conditions are far lower. Many coins were lost, damaged, or heavily worn, which is why very fine or higher-grade examples are now appreciated by collectors. The scarcity is not in sheer numbers minted, but in finding pieces that have lasted decades without excessive damage. The market value of the 1980 50-cent coin varies by condition. Circulated examples often trade around 50 cents to $1, but very fine condition coins like yours tend to attract collectors who may pay $2 to $5 EUD. Uncirculated examples can command $10 to $20, and proof issues, struck for collectors, can sell for even more. Special varieties or minting errors from this year are the real jackpot, with some selling for hundreds of dollars at auction. It's these error coins that turn ordinary circulation issues into treasures. Off-center strikes, double strikes, or planchet flaws from 1980 can make a simple 50-cent piece worth serious money. Collectors pay top dollar for these rarities because each error is unique, a once-only occurrence never to be repeated. You may wonder how a coin like this could ever make you a millionaire. The truth is, while an ordinary 1980 coin may not instantly transform into millions, the hidden gems, those rare proof strikes, exceptional errors, or untouched mint state examples, could fetch remarkable prices in the right market. Combine this with the steady long-term growth of numismatic interest, and even a coin that looks simple today could become highly valuable in decades to come. Beyond financial value, collectors are drawn to the emotional and historical significance of this coin. The 1980 50-cent piece is a link to a pivotal period in Australia's modern story. It connects us to the late 20th century, to a time before digital payments and credit cards took over, when coins were the backbone of daily trade. Owning such a coin is like holding a slice of living history. The demand for Australian decimal coins has been growing steadily in recent years, both locally and internationally. Collectors from around the world now look at Australian coins not just for their striking designs, but also for their cultural resonance. The kangaroo and emu, the wattle, the coat of arms, these images have become iconic, and coins like the 1980 issue are ambassadors of that heritage. Condition plays a major role in determining value. Your coin in very fine condition strikes a balance between affordability and collectability. It retains much of its original detail, making it visually appealing, yet it is accessible to new collectors who may not be able to purchase uncirculated pieces. That demand keeps the market active and ensures the coin remains relevant. Looking ahead, as more coins from circulation disappear into private collections or are lost forever, the supply of 1980 coins in decent condition will shrink. This natural scarcity is what drives future price increases. Collectors who hold on to these coins today, even in very fine condition, may see their investment grow over time, especially if the coin is part of a complete date collection. The 1980 Australian 50-cent coin in very fine condition is far more than loose change. It is a symbol of national pride, a product of masterful design, and a fascinating collector's piece. Its value may be modest today, but it holds immense potential, especially when tied to the trends of demand, scarcity, and historical nostalgia. For anyone who owns one, this coin is not only worth keeping, it's worth treasuring as a piece of Australia's story, and perhaps, just perhaps, it could be part of a collection that makes you a millionaire one day. Next up, the 1996 Australian 50-cent coin is a prime example. At first glance, it might look like any other 50-cent piece in your change, but in excellent condition, this coin carries history, design mastery, and the promise of collectability that excites numismatists across the world. The mid-1990s in Australia were years of change and optimism. Decimal coinage had already been in use for 30 years, and the 50-cent coin had firmly cemented itself as one of the most recognizable denominations. The 1996 issue stands out not only because of its striking design, but also because of its role in representing Australia's national pride during this era. On the obverse side, we see the regal portrait of Queen Elizabeth II by sculptor Raphael Maklauf, used on Australian coins between 1985 and 1998. This portrait shows the Queen wearing the royal diadem, a crown of elegance and tradition, and her features captured in sharp detail. The inscription reads, Elizabeth II Australia 1996, anchoring the coin in both monarchy and nationhood. The reverse side carries the timeless Australian coat of arms, designed by Stuart Devlin, the man behind so many iconic decimal coin images. The kangaroo and emu, standing proudly as national symbols, flank a shield that contains the 6 emblems of Australia's states. Above the shield rests the Commonwealth Star, representing unity, while beneath it all is native flora, the golden wattle. This design remains one of the most detailed and admired motifs in Australian coinage history. In terms of specifications, the 1996 50-cent coin remains true to its long-established form. It is a dodecagonal, or 12-sided, coin struck in a copper-nickel alloy, 75% copper, 25% nickel. It weighs 15.55 grams and measures 31.65 millimeters in diameter, making it one of the largest circulating coins in the decimal system. Its unique size and 12-sided edges make it instantly recognizable, even in a handful of change. What makes your coin in excellent condition stand out is the preservation of its fine details. The sharpness of the lettering, the clarity of the coat of arms, and the crisp lines of the Queen's portrait make it a desirable collector's item. Unlike circulated coins that often show heavy wear, an excellent grade coin retains much of its original mint luster and aesthetic appeal. Now let's talk about mintage. In 1996, the Royal Australian Mint produced tens of millions of 50-cent coins, which means they were not immediately rare. However, as time passes, survival rates in high grades decline significantly. Everyday circulation damages coins, and many are lost, melted, or hoarded. Finding a coin from 1996 still in excellent condition is far less common than it might appear on paper. The market value of the 1996 Australian 50-cent coin depends entirely on its condition. Circulated examples are usually worth their face value of 50 cents, but when you step into higher grades like excellent or uncirculated, values rise. A coin in excellent condition can bring $2 to $5 Australian dollars, while pristine uncirculated examples can reach $10 to $20 UD-proof versions minted especially for collectors fetch much higher, often between $25 and $50 Australian dollars depending on demand. But the real treasures of 1996 are the error coins. Misstrikes, off-center strikes, double strikes, or planchet flaws can transform a simple 50-cent piece into a rarity worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars at auction. These errors are unique, meaning no two are ever the same, and that exclusivity drives their value through the roof. It's these rare finds that can truly make a collector's fortune. Some collectors dream of striking it rich with coins like the 1996 50 cent, and while not every coin will make you a millionaire overnight, the truth is that coins are an investment in history and scarcity. As time passes and fewer coins survive in excellent or mint state, the value of those that do will climb steadily. Owning such coins today is like planting a seed that may grow into something extraordinary in the years to come. Beyond the dollars and cents, the appeal of this coin is cultural and emotional. The coat of arms speaks to national unity, while the Queen's portrait represents Australia's ties to the monarchy. For collectors, this coin is not just about profit, it's about heritage, about preserving a piece of Australia's identity from the 1990s. The demand for coins like this has grown rapidly in the age of online marketplaces. Collectors from around the world, not just Australia, are buying and trading coins through auctions and private sales. The international recognition of Australia's coinage, especially the 50-cent piece, has made it a star in global numismatics. Condition is everything in this hobby. Your coin in excellent condition places you in a higher bracket of collectability than most holders of the 1996 50 cent. The sharper the details, the brighter the surfaces, and the fewer the blemishes, the more appealing the coin becomes to serious buyers. In the coin world, eye appeal can make the difference between pocket change and premium value. Looking forward, the future of this coin's value is promising. As collectors compete to complete sets of Australian decimal coinage, the 1990s coins in top condition will only grow more desirable. While it may not be the rarest coin on the market today, its scarcity in excellent condition will drive long-term interest and ensure it remains a collector favorite. The 1996 Australian 50-cent coin in excellent condition is far more than just currency. It is a tangible piece of Australia's story, a coin of enduring design, and a collectible with both present-day charm and future promise. It may not instantly make you a millionaire, but in the right collection, alongside rare errors, proofs, and pristine examples, it could become part of a treasure trove worth a fortune. This coin is proof that even everyday currency, when preserved and cherished, can turn into something truly extraordinary. Next up, the 1984 50-cent coin is a fascinating piece of history that bridges the everyday use of currency with the enduring appeal of collectability. While millions were struck for circulation, coins from this year in very good condition stand apart, holding both sentimental and numismatic value for collectors today. The year 1984 was significant in Australian history. It was the midpoint of the 1980s, a decade of economic change, cultural growth, and national pride. Coins struck in this year reflect that era of optimism and confidence. The 50-cent coin, large and 12-sided, had already become a household icon, and its presence in pockets and purses across the nation carried with it both utility and symbolism. On the obverse side, the coin features the regal effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by British sculptor Raphael Makhlouf. Introduced in 1985, this portrait would soon replace the previous design, but in 1984, the obverse was still carrying the elegant design by Arnold Machin. This portrait shows the Queen wearing a tiara, with soft and youthful features, reflecting her role as both monarch and a figure of global stability. The surrounding legend reads, Elizabeth II Australia 1984, marking its issue. On the reverse side, we find the enduring Australian coat of arms, designed by Stuart Devlin, the master of decimal coinage. The design is a proud statement of national identity, featuring the kangaroo and emu flanking the Commonwealth shield. Each section of the shield represents one of the 6 states of Australia, while the Commonwealth star above symbolizes the unity of the Federation. Around the shield, Devlin added wattle, Australia's floral emblem, completing one of the most intricate and meaningful designs ever placed on Australian coinage. In terms of specifications, the 1984 50-cent coin follows the familiar format. It is a dodecagonal coin with 12 distinct sides, struck in a copper-nickel alloy of 75% copper and 25% nickel. It weighs 15.55 grams, with a diameter of 31.65 millimeters, and is one of the heaviest coins still in circulation. Its large size and sharp edges make it instantly recognizable, a coin that cannot be mistaken for any other denomination. While the mintage for 1984 was relatively high, what separates value from face value is condition. Coins in circulated, worn states may only be worth 50 cents, but examples in very good condition retain clear design details and strong surfaces. Collectors actively seek these higher-grade examples, especially as lower-quality pieces dominate circulation. With fewer surviving in top shape, coins like yours carry a premium. The market value of a 1984 50-cent coin in very good condition typically ranges from $1.50 to $3 Australian dollars. But for uncirculated or mint-state coins, prices can rise to $10 to $25. UD-proof coins produced specifically for collectors can fetch even more, often between $30 and $60 Australian dollars, depending on their preservation. But what really excites collectors are the error coins. A 1984 50-cent coin with a double strike, off-center strike, or clip planchet could sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. These minting errors are extremely rare and highly desirable because they represent mistakes in an otherwise carefully controlled minting process. Now imagine this, a simple 50-cent coin, if it has a rare error and is preserved in high condition, can command values so high that one lucky discovery can transform spare change into a life-changing treasure. This is why collectors and everyday Australians alike continue to check their coins carefully. Your 1984 coin, in very good condition, could very well be part of such a hidden treasure story. Beyond rarity and value, there is the emotional appeal of this coin. For many Australians, the 1984 50-cent piece is a nostalgic reminder of the 1980s, a time of transformation for the nation. From sports to music, politics to fashion, the decade left a strong cultural imprint, and coins like this one are tangible artifacts of that era. Collectors don't just see money, they see memories, identity, and history struck in metal. The demand for Australian coins, especially in the 50-cent series, has grown internationally. Collectors from Europe, North America, and Asia are drawn to their distinctive size, designs, and cultural storytelling. The 1984 issue, while not a commemorative coin, is still sought after because it represents the stability of the coat of arms series during a time when other denominations were experimenting with new designs. When it comes to investing in coins, condition is the golden rule. Coins like your 1984 50-cent in very good condition are already ahead of the curve, and as time marches on, their scarcity will only increase. Fewer examples will survive in such shape, pushing values upward in the long run. It's also important to recognize the role of the Royal Australian Mint. Their precision and artistry ensure that every coin, even circulation pieces, is a miniature work of art. Collectors worldwide respect Australia's minting standards, and coins like the 1984 50-cent benefit from this global recognition. Looking ahead, the 1984 50-cent coin is a safe bet for any serious collector or investor. While it may not make you a millionaire overnight, its potential lies in its longevity, rarity in condition, and chance of hidden errors. Combined, these factors make it a coin worth keeping, preserving, and cherishing. The 1984 Australian 50-cent coin in very good condition is a remarkable blend of design, durability, and history. It tells the story of a nation, showcases iconic artistry, and offers a future of steady value growth. Whether you see it as a collectible, an investment, or simply a treasured piece of Australian heritage, one thing is certain. This coin is far more than just 50 cents. It is a hidden gem waiting to be appreciated, and for the lucky few, it could indeed be the stepping stone to a much greater fortune.